semi, you know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Biden.
Did that work?
But, you know, I would go with semi.
What is that? What is the difference?
It's kind of stupid that turned into MAGAs and just.
Partially, yeah, would you say?
Well, you know, there's a lot of people that just been led astray. I don't think they recognize what they're doing. I have a lot of friends that turned into MAGAs, and it's just baffling to me.
Is it fascist or semi-fascist?
I would go with semi.
What is that? What is the difference?
It's kind of stupid. I don't like labeling things to begin with. You know, I think Biden, you know, he was trying not to upset people any more than he already has. So he went with semi, you know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Biden.
Did that work?
But, you know,
Biden is a bozo. Biden is a bozo.
I mean, I know that you probably think it's going like the news, but it's true. A lot of these people don't have any logistic, any intelligent explanations of why they follow somebody, especially when there's so many lives involved, of how he got
It's
there.
important to know why you believe certain
Support.
things.
Exactly. For me, it's about facts.
Okay, so what's a MAGA Republican then?
A person that follows the cult leader, that to make America great again, you have to have behavior similar to his, which is shameful.
My understanding is it's someone that supports.
Is he saying all people who follow Trump or support Trump shameful? He's lump. Is he saying all? Is he saying all are shameful? If he's saying that, he's bugging, bro. Like I hate the lumping of all people in one community or group in one box, like as if they're all as if all people are the same, like as if all people have the same. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Believe certain things.
Exactly. For me, it's about facts.
Okay, so what's a MAGA Republican then?
A person that follows the cult leader, that to make America great again, you have to have.
Yo, Trump gets a lot of hate, bro.
similar to
Trump
his.
is not perfect. Don't get that twisted. Don't get that misconstrued. But yeah, bro, Trump gets a lot of hate, bro. Like it's wild, bro. Like Trump was better than Biden. I'm not gonna lie. Like he was a better president for real than Biden, man. I'm not gonna hold you. I can't even fly
What's a
about
MAGA
that.
Republican then?
A person that follows the cult leader, that to make America great again, you have to have behavior similar to his, which is shameful.
My understanding is it's someone that supported Trump, but not to this extremist, definition that Biden has given anyone that
Similar to his, which is shameful.
my understanding is it's someone that supported Trump, but not to this extremist, definition.
You know what I mean? They make it seem like Trump hates. They make it seem like Trump hates melanated people and all that, but yeah, bro. You know what I mean? Biden really hates melanated people, bro, and it's sad. Like, yo, it's like a lot of people demonize Trump, man. It's crazy, man. They make it seem like Trump is odious towards melanated people, and they make it seem like he is a hater of melanated people, but yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Similar to his, which is shameful.
My understanding is it's someone that supported Trump, but not to this extremist, definition.
Similar to his, which is shameful.
My understanding is it's someone that supported Trump, but not
The cult leader, that to make America great again, you have to have behavior similar to his, which is shameful.
My understanding is it's someone that supported Trump, but not to this extremist, definition that Biden has given anyone that happened to vote for Trump. Either of us.
I think a lot of people voted for Trump because they didn't like what they were seeing in Washington, and that's why they voted for an outsider. that's what a MAGA Republican is. But what they've made it now is they've made it a term that
Yeah.
means that they want to mean
Yeah.
extremist and divisive.
My question is,
Sad.
you know, if we really think that, why? And could you use that same argument for crazy people on the left?
Yeah, you could use that. I hate both extremes, honestly.
That's a logical
But when it
statement
comes
right
to
there.
the-
Like,
the
that's
fashion-
logical. That's rational. Like that statement right there. That statement is rational. Cause yeah, bro. Yeah, there's rap. Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, man. There's yeah.
Why? And could you use that same argument for crazy people on the left?
Yeah, you could use that. I hate both extremes, honestly.
Toxic.
But when it
Poisonous.
comes to the fascist labeling, you know, that was authoritarian what Trump was doing. He tried to overthrow the election, basically. I mean, how much more do you want to get?
I hear that argument. I see where you're coming from. The only problem I have with this is, could you not use that same argument for what the left did in 2000 or 2016?
They, you know, there was some crazy stuff happening then, but they didn't try and overthrow the government. They didn't go into the Capitol and smash the place up and threaten to kill the vice president. That's like a whole nother level.
There was a lot of threatening to kill the president, vice president, etc. But you're saying, so there was because of you would refer to it as, let's say, insurrection, the storming of the Capitol. That was the fascist act.
Absolutely.
Was it fascist when radical leftists attacked the White House, injuring 60 Secret Service agents, damaging property, etc.?
When did that happen?
Right after George Floyd's death.
I don't remember that.
Well, we come across people that do believe that Republicans are fascists. One reason, I'll give you one reason. They'll throw January 6th at me. What would your response to that be?
I think calling it insurrection is. I know I'm not allowed to say that word, but it's just. But you got to have something. You know, a cuss word is an expletive for a reason, right? Like it gets your attention. And when I say the word, I want to get your attention. Like it's not an insurrection. No, there was no overthrowing of the government. Somebody sitting in a chair, you know, is not an insurrection. The Defense Department wasn't involved. Generals weren't. There wasn't a coup. It was, you know, an unfortunate event of you know, dozens or 100 people. I couldn't even tell you how many people were involved. How many people have been arrested? Do you know?
It's hundreds, but violent. Most of them are trespassing charges.
As Joe Biden once said, you need an F-15 for that, right?
All right, you guys, let's talk about today's sponsor. These guys have been with me the entire year, and I'm so thankful. You've heard me say this before. Too many
Skip it.
drive all day long. Oh, and they even have a little escape and a big
Hold on.
attack.com. Offer code CLUE20. Make sure you use that. Let's get back into the video.
Let's
Okay,
get back into it.
overgeneralization. Would you guys consider yourselves more liberal or more conservative? Would you say?
Independent.
Independent.
Yeah, in the middle, like, oh my God,
They pointed to January 6th as their reasoning for saying yes, they're fascists. What would your guys' response to that be as people in the center?
I think that was a small collection of people that decided to do that, right? And obviously, like, no one, I think, in their right mind would condone doing something like that.
I remember the Portland stuff, and I remember you know, some riots or demonstrations by the you know, in Washington D.C. where they sent out the National Guard or the military, but I don't remember them injuring agents or anything.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
even in Portland, they tried to set on fire a federal building with federal agents
Yeah.
inside the Marco Hatfield Federal Courthouse.
Yeah, they were
Horrible,
crazy in
horrible.
Portland.
Nuts, but it was also all
Low
across the
vibration.
country that this stuff was happening.
Yep.
A lot of people, when we're talking about
I
January
mean,
6th,
big
a lot of people
cities.
are bringing up the other riots that were going on,
I mean,
saying,
including my home city of Chicago, you know what I'm saying? They were looting and, you know what I mean? People were stealing ATMs and all that, you know what I mean? People were stealing things from stores in downtown Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was horrible, you know what I mean? Like, looting is horrible, criminality, yeah. It's like, they thought they were really like, yeah, bro. they thought they were doing something good, bro, but they were bugging out, bro. They were bugging out. They were not like that's not that's like what is that? What is loot? Like what does looting do? Like what does stealing do? What does burning stuff do? Like they were bugging out, man. They were tripping, bro. It was injudicious what they did. It was unsagacious what they did. It was imprudent. It was heedless. It was unacceptable. It was low vibrational. It was all that, bro. It was all those things, man. Like you can't like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like, you know what I mean, certain politicians condone that stuff, bro. They condoned the looting and the burning of stuff, like the you know what I mean, the looting of stores and the burning of property and all that. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
But I don't remember them injuring agents or anything.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
even in Portland, they tried to set on fire a federal building with federal agents inside. The Marco
People lost
Hatfield
their
Federal
businesses
Yeah,
and
they
all
went
that.
crazy in
Like,
Portland.
Nuts, but it was also all across the
lost
country.
money.
This stuff
Like,
was happening.
yeah, it's
A lot
sad,
of people,
bro.
when we talk about January 6th, a lot of people are bringing up the other riots that were going on, saying, okay, well, there wasn't a big problem with this, but there's a big problem here. I think it's fair to say, okay, idiots that riot are idiots. But the question I'm having is, okay, well, what makes them a fascist? If it's just a riot at the Capitol, Democrats did that essentially too, but at the White House. Basically, a lot of people bring up January 6th.
Yeah, well, of course, because that's been fed to them as if that's they broaden it so that it's all the Republicans driven by Trump and everybody, they're all evil.
We don't do that. As conservatives, we don't blame all Democrats, for the riots in Portland and the riots.
Salute to them, man. They're logical humans, man.
Republicans driven by Trump and everybody, they're all evil.
We don't do that.
That's been fed to them as if that's the
I'm a fascist. If it's just a riot at the Capitol, Democrats did that essentially too, but at the White House. Basically, a lot of people bring up January 6th.
Yeah, well, of course, because that's been fed to them as if that's
The
they
propaganda,
broaden it so
the
that it's all
conditioning, the
Republicans
brainwashing,
driven by Trump and
indoctrination.
they're
You know
all
what I'm
evil.
saying?
We don't do that. As conservatives, we
That's been fed to them as if
Yep,
that's
ingrained in them, embedded in their
they broaden
minds,
it so that
ingrained in
it's
their
all the
minds.
Republicans driven by Trump and everybody, they're all evil.
We don't do that. As conservatives, we don't blame all Democrats, for the riots
to y'all,
in
man.
Portland and the riots in Seattle. We blame those particular groups. But the problem is a lot of the Democrats don't know what happened there because the media didn't cover it.
Well, the media fed them a different narrative.
Right.
Fascism
Programming.
it's a guy that
I mean, the
believes
media, like, they're not, like, they want people to be mentally enslaved, you know what I'm saying? They want people to be mentally steered and mentally, I mean, they want people to be manipulated and duped, bamboozled. You feel me? They don't want to give people the truth, man. Like they don't benefit from that, bro. They benefit from they benefit from brainwashing people, man, and tricking people into thinking that all people on one side are this and all people on that side are that. Like, yeah, it's corny. It's mad corny, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
As conservatives, we
I'm gonna do a
don't
part 3 to
blame
this.
all
I know this
Democrats,
my
for
camera
the
about to die
riots
in a
in
couple
Portland and
minutes.
the riots in Seattle. We blame those particular groups. But the problem is a lot of the Democrats don't know what happened there because the media didn't cover it.
Well, the media fed them a different narrative.
Right.
fascism is a guy that believes into autocracy, into we are better, we tell you what to do. Semi-fascist is somebody that is comfortable with having someone like that to tell them what to do, which is like this cult that follow Trump. You know, if somebody can tell me what to do, I just believe them, whatever they tell me. So that's what I think is a semi-fascist.
Authoritarian, centralized autocracy.
Totalitarian.
That one man that rules it all.
Totalitarian.
I don't know what the difference is between that and the left right
Dictator.
now. Joe Biden
dictator.
is one of the greatest centralizers of, the federal government in American history. Did you have a problem with him using OSHA to enforce federal vaccine mandates?
That's a hard question to do because first of all, I'm not a doctor, and second, I also have never dealt with a problematic when you're dealing with the public and you're dealing with a pandemic. If you're not a scientist, we can have an opinion of what is best for you or vaccine, no vaccine, whatever it is. But when it comes to a domain that I don't know, I'm not an expert, I try to follow the expert.
I understand that having a scientific conversation around it and the effectiveness of doing something like that. But we're talking about, it's actually more of a political question.
Yeah.
It's bypassing Congress to create law yourself. It's a political question. Is that okay?
No, I mean, I think in that respect, because I don't think, Biden is God who does everything. It's because, I believe in democracy. And I know
Yeah, I'm
he has
gonna do a
done
part 3,
some
y'all.
things